Well, good morning, everybody, and this is In the In-Between, and it's April 10th, a Friday. We are starting this next week, going to release the hot sheets on Monday and the In-Between on Thursday, like clockwork. I've got Savannah working with our team. She's going to be kind of the assistant director of these things, and that'll make it better. And so, what's the topic this week? And I thought about it for a minute, and I said to myself, the topic for this week is the difference between capital income and weekly or regular W-2 income. You know, that check you get every 2 weeks, every week, and the comfort of that, and the relative discomfort of capital income, and the mindsets around each of them, and perhaps the limiting belief that we have that keeps us in one form of income versus another. It's an interesting topic, and here we go. So it really goes like this. Most folks let's just stay in the United States for now, like that check every 2 weeks. It's comforting. I've got a video link in the description below, and you should watch that video. It's about a gentleman and his career and the relative comfort of being in the box. Check it out. And the reason this came to mind was because of what happened yesterday. I suppose being a real estate professional, in a way, the income that Gail and I and the members of my team make feels more like capital income. We have no assurance of making a living in real estate. We have to be good at what we do, more than competent at what we do, thoroughly professional at what we do. We don't take this stuff lightly. A lot of people do. They open up the contract, they fill out the form, and they think they're done. We understand it and dive in deep. But I guess my point is that feels like capital income. We may not get anything for 6 months, and then all of a sudden we make a nice living because we've taken the time to work with somebody for 6 months who finally decides to purchase a home because they've got the freedom in their minds and their hearts to make that decision to buy a beach house or a vacation home here. A very interesting mindset as well, and I've talked about that some. Capital income is scary for some people, but if you do the work and you know the work works and you know the outcome is positive and you don't change direction in the middle of your journey, that income will come in. It's like building homes. Gail and I, as part of what we do, also build homes, I would say on a regular basis. That requires the deployment of a lot of capital. And at the end of the day, all that capital comes back and then some. But for a lot of people, that's a scary feeling. The more limiting belief is to get paid every 2 weeks. And it can be limiting, I guess, unless you're Jamie Dimon, of course. But you get my point. I wonder why. And I'm so proud of my son. I wonder why at 23 or 4 years old, people fall into that getting paid box. Right out of college, they want that job and they want that paycheck. They're unwilling to run those risks and gambles of making nothing to maybe be able to carve out their own way in life. And I guess I look back on my own life, I'm guilty as charged. Although I found myself in a profession that was, better than average, I was largely paid by other people for almost the substantial majority of my career. And it was until I started building homes and got into real estate much later in life after I retired from one career that I really began to live and got used to capital income being spotty. You don't even know if it's coming in. And then here it comes. You don't know if it's coming in. Here it comes again. And the freedom that people feel when they get that paycheck every 2 weeks is weird compared to the freedom that you actually gain when you get used to the feeling of earning capital income. I feel so much freer over the last 12 or 13 years. So much freer. Now, again, we're in the 30A market. It's a luxury destination market. I'm not trying to talk to the whole world. I know I'm talking to a segment of the world that has a certain level of income and a certain level of achievement that's already been, achieved. So again, I do have concerns about the broader economy and the difficulty that many people are having with the inflation that we're experiencing even now and over the last 3 or 4 years. Things have inflated, incomes haven't kept up universally, and then a lot of people are doing very well. Primarily, if you look at it, it's the people who take capital income, K1s, partnerships, whatever it may be, unassured income, and the freedom that comes from that. It takes that same mindset to buy a second home. It takes that same mindset to live part-time in Costa Rica and buy a home there and find another life in the Bahamas, another life in the Hamptons, or having a place in New Orleans and a place here. I find a lot of people doing cool things like that. And that's capital income mindset. Freedom. Freedom to do things. Freedom to enjoy things. And I guess it came to light yesterday when we had been doing the work with 2 people, talking to them, knowing what they want to do, thinking about what they want to do. And then all of a sudden, both of them yesterday did it. And I realized at that moment what I'd been doing to invest in them has, yes, paid off financially for me and my team, and that's okay. But the mindset they were in and the patience they had with themselves and with us paid off in a great home. That's in the in-between for this April 10th, 2026. I hope you find that message helpful as you continue to think about how you want to be freer with your life and with your future.